Imagine being tasked with finding over 100 people who disappeared without a trace. No bodies, no evidence, no signs of what happened, just one word carved into a tree that still haunts historians 400 years later. This is the true story of America's most terrifying mystery, and what we're about to reveal will shake everything you thought you knew about American history. The year is 1587. Queen Elizabeth I of England has a bold vision to establish the first permanent English colony in the New World. Leading this dangerous expedition is John White, an experienced explorer and artist. On July 22, 1587, White's ships arrive at Roanoke Island off the coast of what we now call North Carolina. Among the 117 colonists are entire families, men, women, and children ready to start a new life. Among them is John White's own daughter, Eleanor, who is 9 months pregnant. This detail will become crucial to our story. These brave settlers have no idea they're about to become part of America's greatest unsolved mystery. For the first few weeks, everything seems promising. The colonists begin building homes, establishing farms, and creating a community. On August 18, 1587, Eleanor White gives birth to Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the Americas. It's a moment of celebration and hope for the future. But beneath this optimism, serious problems are emerging. Supplies are running dangerously low. The relationship with nearby Native American tribes is complicated at best. The colonists are running out of time. John White makes a fateful decision. He will sail back to England to get more supplies and reinforcements. He promises to return within a few months. Before leaving, he arranges a signal with the colonists. If they have to leave the settlement, they should carve their destination into a tree. And if they're in danger, they should add a Maltese cross above the carving. On August 27, 1587, John White sets sail for England, leaving behind his daughter, his granddaughter, and 115 other souls. He has no idea he won't see them for 3 long years. Here's where everything goes wrong. White arrives in England in November 1587, but disaster strikes. England is now at war with Spain. The famous Spanish Armada is threatening to invade. Queen Elizabeth orders that every ship must stay and defend England. No ships can be spared for a colonial rescue mission. White is trapped. He tries desperately to get back to his family, but every attempt fails. Imagine the agony White knows. His daughter and infant granddaughter are alone in a hostile wilderness. With dwindling supplies, months turn into years. He doesn't know if they're alive or dead. The war with Spain drags on, and every night John White goes to sleep, wondering if his family is still breathing. Finally, in August 1590, 3 years after he left, John White's ship approaches Roanoke Island. It's his granddaughter Virginia's 3rd birthday. White is anxious but hopeful. He's brought supplies, tools, reinforcements. He's ready to reunite with his family and help the colony thrive. But as the island comes into view, something feels terribly wrong. There's no smoke from cooking fires, no sounds of activity, no one waiting on the shore to greet them. The settlement is completely silent. White and his men row to shore, their hearts pounding. They're about to discover something that will haunt America for the next 400 years. The settlement is deserted. Not a single person remains. But here's what makes it so disturbing. There's no sign of a struggle, no bodies, no graves, no blood. The houses have been carefully dismantled, suggesting an organized departure, not a panicked flight. Their belongings are mostly gone. It's as if 117 people simply evaporated. Then White finds it. Carved into a wooden post at the entrance to the settlement, one word in capital letters, Croatoan. And on a nearby tree, just the letters C-R-O. No Maltese cross, no sign of distress, just that cryptic word, Croatoan. Now here's what White knows. Croatoan is the name of a nearby island about 50 miles south. It's also the name of a friendly Native American tribe, The lack of a distress symbol suggests the colonists left voluntarily. White is desperate to search Croatoan Island immediately. Maybe his family is waiting there. Maybe they're all safe. But fate has other plans. A massive storm rolls in. The ship's captain refuses to risk the crew's lives. They're forced to return to England. White never gets another chance to search for the colonists. He never sees his daughter or granddaughter again. He dies in 1593, 3 years later, never knowing what happened to his family. But the mystery was only beginning. So what happened to the lost colony? Let's examine the theories. Theory 1. They were killed by hostile Native Americans. Some tribes in the region were not friendly to the English. Perhaps there was a massacre, and the bodies were hidden or destroyed. But here's the problem with this theory. There's no evidence of violence, no weapons left behind, no signs of battle. And why would they carefully carve Croatoan if they were under attack? Theory 2. They starved to death. 3 years is a long time without resupply. Maybe they simply ran out of food and perished. But again, where are the bodies? Where are the graves? And why the organized departure indicated by the dismantled houses? Theory 3. And this is where it gets interesting. They joined the Croatoan tribe. This theory suggests the colonists moved to Croatoan Island and were absorbed into the Native American population. And here's where the evidence gets compelling. In the early 2000s, archaeologists began finding European artifacts on Croatoan Island, now called Hatteras Island, English pottery metal tools, items that date to the exact time period of the lost colony. Even more intriguing, when English settlers encountered the Croatoan tribe decades later, they reported something shocking. They found tribe members with gray eyes, light skin, and European features. Some could even speak broken English and knew English words they shouldn't have known. The Croatoan themselves had oral histories of adopting English people. Were these the descendants of the lost colony? It's entirely possible. But there's one more theory, the darkest one of all. Theory 4. A natural disaster wiped them out. Researchers have discovered evidence of an extreme drought in the region from 1587 to 1589, the worst in 800 years. Combine that with possible hurricanes which are common in that area, and you have a recipe for catastrophe. But here's the truly disturbing part. In 2012, researchers announced they had found a secret symbol on one of John White's maps, a patch hiding a fort symbol about 50 miles inland from Roanoke. When archaeologists investigated that exact spot, they found European artifacts from the 1580s, borderware pottery, a metal hook. Items that perfectly match the lost colony time period. Did some colonists survive and establish a new settlement inland? If so, what happened to them? And here's something that will give you chills. In the forests of North Carolina, locals have reported finding unexplained structures deep in the wilderness. Old foundations, strange carvings, objects that don't belong. Some researchers believe there may still be undiscovered evidence or even settlements hidden in those dark woods waiting to be found. So what really happened? The truth is, we may never know for certain. The most likely scenario based on current evidence is that the colonists split into groups. Some may have gone to Croatoan Island and integrated with the native tribe. Others may have tried to establish a new settlement inland and perished from disease, starvation, or conflicts. Perhaps a few were killed by hostile tribes. What makes the lost colony so haunting isn't just that they vanished. It's that Virginia Dare, that innocent baby born in the New World, represents a dream that died. The first English child born in America disappeared without a trace before her 4th birthday. Somewhere in the soil of North Carolina, there may be answers still buried. Until then, the word Croatoan remains one of the most chilling mysteries in American history. New discoveries are still being made. In 2020, researchers announced they had found more evidence at the inland site. The mystery isn't over. Every year, we get closer to the truth. What do you think happened to the lost colony of Roanoke? Was it integration with natives? Massacre? Natural disaster? Or something we haven't even considered? Drop your theory in the comments below. And if this story gave you chills, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because history's darkest mysteries are just getting started. Thanks for watching, And remember, the truth is still out there, carved into the forests of North Carolina.
There are stories that the world almost forgot.